Welcome to my class of cyber security. Today we will learn about password management. A password, sometimes called a passcode, is a memorized secret, typically a string of characters used to confirm the identity of a user. Using the terminology of the NIST Digital Identity Guidelines, the secret is memorized by a party called the claimant, while the party verifying the identity of the claimant is called the verifier. When the claimant successfully demonstrates knowledge of the password to the verifier through an established authentication protocol, the verifier is able to infer the claimant's identity. It means, suppose you are opening your Gmail account, then the user is the claimant and the background, the Gmail is the verifier. In general, a password is an arbitrary string of characters including letters, digits or other symbol. If the permissible characters are constrained to be numeric, the corresponding secret is sometimes called a personal identification number. A password does not need to be an actual word. Indeed, a non-word in the dictionary sense may be harder to guess, which is a desirable property of password. A memorized secret consisting of a sequence of word or other text separated by spaces is sometimes called a passphrase. A passphrase is similar to a password in usage, but the former is generally longer for added security. Password security architecture. It is a common technique used to improve the security of computer system protected by a password, and it includes not displaying the password on the display screen as it is being entered or obscuring it as it is typed by using asterisks or bullets. Allowing passwords of adequate length. Some legacy operating system, including early version of Unix and Windows, limited password to an 8-character maximum, reducing security. Requiring user to re-enter their password after a period of inactivity, a semi-log off policy. Enforcing a password policy to increase password strength and security. Requiring periodic password changes, assigning randomly chosen password, requiring minimum password length. Some systems require characters from various character classes in a password. For example, must have at least one uppercase and at least one lowercase letter. However, all lowercase passwords are more secure per keystroke than mixed capitalization password. Password security architecture employs a password blacklist to block the use of weak, easily guessed password, as providing an alternative to keyboard entity, example spoken password or biometric identifiers. Password security architecture require more than one authentication system, such as two-factor authentication. Sometimes a user has and something the user knows. Using encrypted tunnel or password authenticated key agreement to prevent access to transmitted password via network attacks. Limiting the number of allowed feature within a given time period to prevent repeated password guessing. After the limit is reached, further attempts will fail until the beginning of the next period. However, this is vulnerable to a form of denial of service attack. Introducing a delay between password submission attempts to slow down automated password guessing programs. Common password security attack. Dictionary attack. An attack that takes advantage of the fact that people tend to use common word and short passwords. The hacker uses a list of common word, the dictionary, and tries them often with numbers before or after the word against accounts in a company for each username. Usernames are generally pretty easy to determine as they are almost universally based on the names of the employee. Brute force attack. Using a program to generate likely password or even random character sets. These attacks start with commonly used weak password like password 123 and move on from there. The programs running these attacks usually try variations on upper and lowercase characters as well. This is the diagram of brute force attack. Here multiple login attempts is being made. Traffic interception. In this attack, the cyber criminal uses software such as packet sniffers to monitor network traffic and capture password as they are passed. Similar to eavesdropping or tapping a phone line, the software monitors and captures critical information. Obviously, if that information such as password is unencrypted, the task is easier. But even encrypted information may be decryptable depending on the strength of the encryption method used. Man in the middle. In this attack, the hacker's program doesn't just monitor information being passed but actively inserts itself in the middle of the interaction, usually by impersonating a website or app. This allows the program to capture the user's credential and other sensitive information such as account number, social security number, etc. Man in the middle attack are often fabricated by social engineering attack which lure the user to a fake site. Keylogger attack. A cyber criminal manages to install software that tracks the user's keystroke, enabling the criminal to gather not only the username and password for an account but exactly which website or app the user was logging into with credential. This type of attack generally relies on the user first falling prey to another attack that installs the malicious keylogger software on their machine. Social engineering attack. Social engineering attack refers to a broad range of methods to obtain information from users. Among the tactics used are phishing, emails, text, etc. sent to fool users into providing their credential, clicking a link that installs malicious software, or going to a fake website. Spear phishing, similar to phishing but with better crafted, tailored email or text which rely on information already gathered about the user. For example, the hacker may know that the user has a particular type of insurance account and reference it in the email or use the company's logo and layout to make the email seem more legitimate. Baiting. Attackers leave infected USBs or other devices in public or employer location in the hope they will be picked up and used by employees. Quid pro quo. The cyber criminal impersonates someone like a help desk employee and interacts with the user in a way that requires getting information from them. Thwarting passwords attack. Strong passwords are usually the first defense against password attack. The latest NIST guidelines recommend easy to remember, hard to guess password. A good mix of upper and lower case characters, numbers and special characters can help. Even better, avoid use of common word and common phrases. Definitely avoid site specific password, including the name of the app you are logging into the password. For instance, NIST also recommend checking password against a dictionary of known poor password. Thank you for watching.